Alright, so this is part two. This is the Marines Man. I'm back again. Check out my channel for part one. Anyway, so as you can see, we've got this on here from last time. I just put this on. This is a side piece which is going to connect this to be around the back, as you can see right there. Something like that. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. But anyway, it's going to hook up there. And then what I'm going to do is show you guys this other side that I'm going to work on. As you can see, it is roughed up once again. I used sandpaper this time. It's a little bit smoother, but it should still have the same effect, so we'll see. Kind of guessing on that one, so we'll see what happens. It seemed to work fine on this one. So the first step that I did, well, let me just line this up so you guys can see it. Hold on. Let me prop it up. Alright, so the solder. I honestly don't know much about this. This is once again my friend, so I'm going to take a good strip, because it's going to be filling in this whole area. And then we're going to turn on our, I'm going to use this one just because it goes a little bit faster. So hold on a sec. Alright. So, just going to adjust the flame down a bit. And then he has these little slits cut in here. These are originally to hold it on with like these tack things just before we got this part done. So I'm going to put it just underneath. Should just roll right to it like so. And then it's on. That's all there is to it. Should cut this down low power and set this over here. So now that we have this on, which is essentially what I wanted, we're just going to basically spread this around. So I probably should have made this longer, so I'll have to get another piece. Just kind of spread it around up top like so. Then, where'd it go? So I'm going to put the rest of this on here, and then I'll show you the next part. Alright, so as you can see, I've got essentially where I want stuff on it, and then I'll add a little more on the edges as it heats up, and notice where spots are weak. So one is on, the other two are not. As you can see, that's been roughed up. This has also been roughed up. This one was the grindstone. It's a little bit more easier, a little easier to feel. So I'm just going to kind of line this up according to the lines I've written out on here. Wrote before. Kind of use the grindstone to get this edge the way I want it. So let's hope this works the way I want it to. There's my clamp. Alright, so essentially going to clamp it down here. Adjustments to make sure it's on the line. Since this is tight. That. Alright, that's good. And then I have another clamp, which is, I put that and just had it. Here we go. This is the other one. This one's rather humongous for the project, but it does work, so I'm using it. Simply, well, one of the reasons is simply because I don't have a smaller one with me. So, it works. And this I'd try to we'll put it about there. Get that clamped in place. And essentially what this is doing is as it liquefies essentially, or people call it oxidizing, this is tight and pushing down because there's a fair amount of pressure. Even if it did loosen up a bit, there'd still be quite a bit of pressure. That's what I'm kind of betting on right now. Anyway, there we go. So all that pressure is going to push down on this, and it's going to basically seal that up. So as it liquefies, it'll melt flat and then be stuck down. So overpowered torch. if you guys can notice that's actually the metal warping from the heat, which is kind of cool. A little more on here, see if you can. Seems good. I'm going to reposition the clamps and then we'll do it again. Alright, so pretty much got this on the way I want. Sorry, I'm going to add a little more up top in here and clamp that a little better and heat that up because there's still a little bit of stuff that didn't go. But as you can see, it's now on there. Then there's this big space right here, so I'm going to put some in here. So kind of hot, I just heated that one up. And then we're going to clamp that shut. So I'm going to do that right now. Hold on a second. This approach can work. I can move the tripod a little bit. Just aim this directly down or so. If this works, I don't know if it will. There you go. Just kind of like you can see in that crack. So, I'm going to get some more of this. We're essentially just going to wrap it into a circle essentially. And this will allow me to just kind of pop it in that crack if you will. Alrighty, slide this down into place. Like so. It's in there pretty good. Now we're going to clamp it. Sorry, I'm probably going to bump the camera at some point during this. Just bear with me. So make sure it's in there. So now we're tightening it. Ready. Just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so alright, so it's right there. Now I can take the torch, heat it up. Alright, that's all there's to it. And then it's pretty much good to go. It's still warm, but we're going to take it off. And there we go. And that's it. For the metal or bending of the metal, so just so you guys can go, I basically have a line drawn on the opposite sides. You can't see it. What I'm doing is I have this clamp in here, and I'm just bending it over a little bit like that, just so I can get the just so I can get a nice crease in it to bend from later. Down, next one, it's right there. This is that band for the back of the helmet. It's not like a complete circle. It's more or less kind of like this. It's like a octagon shape almost in the back. Not octagon, but the something like that. So I'm just gonna bend this one down a bit. And the reason I'm using this table is so I can get a nice straight clamp or a straight line bend in it. And it's a real nice sharp angle. So then we have something like this. Hold on. Like this for the back. So I'm going to just fit this in, bend it accordingly, and then see what else it can do. Alright, so the next part of this is pretty much done. I basically bent the sides, and then I have the back piece, which is right here that you saw me bending a second ago, and fits in just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and solder that in using the same process as before, and I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, so you can see this is next update. Got the back together. You can see from the top. Side view. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Next up is going to be putting on, attempt to make these pieces into a top piece for the head. That, and there's another, here we go. And then this is the other piece of the sheet metal that we still have. So I'm going to figure out how to do this. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is using this for the piece along the top, and then using this as the two sides, or something like that. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But this is the Marines man signing off. Pretty much got the back on today. And I don't know, we might continue still working on it tonight. We'll see. But that's about it. So that's it. Please rate, subscribe, and part 3 is going to be coming up. Hopefully that'll be the final part with completing the helmet. Oh wait, you know what? No, it's not, because I'm going to paint this too. But as far as getting the helmet together, that part 3 should be the final.